powerful motherfucker, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I really don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
What's up? What we
Okay,
got?
so the next topic is UFOs. Did I do it right? So, dude, like, this footage is old as shit. It came out, like, in 2017. Because I remember this shit being on the news here because some of the footage was actually in Jacksonville and it was caught by, like, Navy people. And I remember seeing it on the news. And they were just like, it's just an unidentified flying object, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, that looks like a spacecraft.
Yeah.
But little drunk, don't mind me. I'm going to show you guys this video. Oh my God, fucking
It's
Gail
hard
with
to,
her
like,
fucking
say,
coral
like, stop
blouse
damaging your
sweater
brand
top.
with your words
Can y'all
when,
see the
like, you used to be a
sweater top?
dumbass and say stupid shit all the time. It's hard.
What'd you say, babe?
No, I was just replying to Zoho. She was like, let the product speak for themselves and stop damaging your brand. So I feel like dog's like, he's trying to let his product speak for itself. But at the same time, when you said shit in the past and it keeps surfacing, but it's still the past, it's like, bruh, fuck, man. You just gotta deal with it as it comes and just realize you were going through some shit back in the day and you're paying for it. Karma's a bitch. Right. That's all that is. Shit comes into light. I see these fucking UFOs. Yeah, remember that movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind? This nigga look weird as hell. Officially released 3 videos of what they're calling unidentified aerial phenomena. Take a look. You think he's like Filipino? Or like Cambodian?
My gosh.
This is the Jacksonville one.
Against the wind. The wind's 120 knots to the west.
So this footage was leaked years ago, and we showed it
years ago.
Why didn't they shoot at it?
Why would they?
Because that bitch is in restricted fucking airspace. They ain't supposed to be there.
Because they were training. So they were training while that was happening.
Had that stick.
That guy didn't make any fucking sense.
They got caught lacking. The UFO knew. The UFO
Allison,
was like, hey, what's up, nigga?
Allison. No, Allison, I don't want to hear about that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Why is this creepy ass fucking music?
I just want to know why they're like, oh, we're going to declassify this. Like, why now?
Because they're trying to fucking show how fucking big their dicks are to other fucking countries like China. This is the Jacksonville one.
Of course it is. Oh, goddamn. Goddamn, nigga. You see that shit? Oh, damn. You know, I used to want to be a pilot in the Navy. If I would have seen some shit like this, it would have been more like this.
Bro, what the fuck?
Holy shit, nigga. You see that shit right there, nigga? Now zoom in, nigga. You see that shit? That shit moving.
It says it's going
120
miles per hour.
Do you know how fast that is? No, 120 knots. Not miles per hour. That's like 170 miles an hour. 120
Jesus.
knots. Might even be like 220, nigga.
You saw how it like twisted?
Yeah, they were flexing.
Wow.
Whatever the fuck that was flexing on them niggas.
It really was. Dude.
You know,
so
there's something
look
called like the Black Knight satellite, like that's just been in the atmosphere. We don't even know what the fuck it is. It's just floating around. It's like an unidentified flying object that they know about.
Really?
Yeah, look it up.
I want to, before we look that up, write that down before we forget.
Write it down.
Are you sure you remember it?
Bro, come on now. I've been doing this shit since I was like 15.
Okay, so when I was saying, and it's funny because me and Daniel both thought about the same thing when we first thought about this topic, is that the fact that a Navy training video or a Navy training officer, whatever the fuck, pilot, saw the UFO in Jacksonville, and the fact that there was this alien sphere that came to Jacksonville in like the 60s or 70s or some shit like that. And they've had that shit chilling here for like years, and it came from space, and it like talks to people and shit, and it makes them go crazy, bruh. So we're gonna show you guys a video. This is the guy that got it.
I got the talking chain. Make you go crazy.
Dude, this shit looks low-key kind of HD.
Man, I feel like something's fishy, because I feel like this was real. The government would have came and got that motherfucker. Like,
as I've stated previously, when I found it, it was on top of the ground. It was not embedded. I saw no charred marks, no big indentations in the ground. In fact, it was as if someone had taken it and set it in the spot.
Dude, that's aluminum foil.
As to how it got there,
no, man.
anyone else I know.
Why didn't the government come get it? You don't think the government would have came and got it? That's weird.
Bruh, what the fuck? The Inquirer?
Yeah, that's how you know you can't
The
believe
National Enquirer, what the
Nigga,
fuck?
that's a bowling ball.
That shit is not a bowling ball.
That's a motherfucking bowling ball. These niggas smoking dick.
That is not a bowling ball, babe.
Oh, no, man.
No, it's not. I want to see if I can find some more shit on it. It was called like the something sphere.
The dick sphere.
Damn, that shit is too fucking long. I'm not trying to fucking... Oh, here. This shit is 3 minutes long. Oh my god, this is so dramaed out. Dude, this is too...
Ancient.
Oh my god.
Hopefully they got to do with the crazy ass hair. You don't even know, man.
You don't even know, man.
I just smoked some methamphetamine.
It's called the Betz sphere. The Betz sphere. It's Jacksonville. It looks disgusting.
You smell that?
You smell that fucking sewage and the fucking sewer plant. Oh, it's his crazy ass. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why were they talking about... Okay, guys, look.
Motherfucking bowling ball.
Listen, guys. Okay, look.
Nigga, is
this
that
show...
musket?
Can you please stop? This show is a fucking mess. Okay, this show's a fucking mess, but this is the only short thing I could find that talks about the sphere, but the show is a fucking mess, okay? But this shit is real, okay? But fuck, this guy is stupid, okay? Sorry. I just had to make that be known.
What it was? They thought it looked like a downed NASA satellite or maybe a Soviet satellite. So Terry just puts it
Not a fucking Soviet satellite. Dude, check out his necklace. You saw his necklace?
Oh, look at all that necklace.
It starts making humming sounds, and it seems to be responding to particular notes played by the guitar.
Bruh, this shit is real, Daniel. You're pissing me off. This shit is real.
I don't know, bro.
It's real. I'm
It's
trying to
just
tell
like,
you,
now
it's
that I'm feeling
real.
like this, bro, I'm like, nigga.
Oh my god, it's
Come on,
real.
Bro, write that shit. Where it's at? Let's go get that motherfucker, bro. Why hasn't the government?
No, seriously.
I'm already like, bro, if I knew a nigga here had that and I knew where it was, I'd go get that.
So it's called
bro.
the Betz sphere.
Yeah, sure. I don't believe it. You know Dwight?
Do y'all believe it? Do they believe it? Do I know? Do you know Dwight?
Dwight around your lips?
Dwight around your lips? Do you know Dwight?
No, I don't believe that though. I can't even cap, dog. My mama raised
People
me
talking
better
about
than
where
that.
is the sphere. Nobody knows where it's at now. Like, it's
in a
just
rare
gone.
African town called None of Your Business.
Well, y'all can go look up the sphere if y'all want to, but
No, I definitely believe
they
it.
still looking for the fucking sphere,
I
bruh.
saw something like long. I got real drunk one day and watched the long
What?
version, and I think
Yeah,
I was
it's just
believer
there's
at
a
one
long
point. I
ass
just think
version
it's
on
funny.
here. I just know y'all probably wouldn't want to like
But it sucks.
sit
when,
here and watch it.
It sucks when Ancient Aliens picks it up, because then I'm like,
I know,
damn, now I
right?
can't-
That's why I
that
was
shit
like,
look
dude, okay,
ridiculous
look,
now.
like this shit is kind of stupid, but
We don't have beef with Ancient Aliens. It's just they got
Yeah,
straight
it's
up
just
cornball,
they do.
fucking crazy motherfuckers on there, yo.
they really do. It's a mess. It's a whole mess. But
Spotty, stop texting me.
Yeah, I don't know. That shit is fucking weird. I definitely believe in aliens because why not? I mean, shit.
I mean, the painful truth is everything
There's
is so
aliens in the
spaced
ocean.
out, and every second we're getting more and more spaced out. That even if there was some intelligent life forms, like anywhere near us, the closest they could be is thousands of light years away, and it takes light a long time to travel. So when you think of light traveling for a year as a fucking like a measurement of distance, if you look at fucking Mars and a nigga's waving, it'll take 15 seconds for that nigga's wave to actually be a wave if you were looking at it with a telescope, because time is relative, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even if an intelligent life form was out there, they would not be able to see us
For a minute.
until we were long gone.
Right.
And the same goes juxtaposed. If we were to see them, let alone if they were to get like something we sent out into space, because we don't even know how, we can't fathom how to send things that fast, right? Mm-hmm. It doesn't make sense because friction of just space objects, like microscopic, would destroy it if you were going like warp speed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck all that bullshit, bro. Like, a bullet can kill you. That shit ain't going warp speed, is it? Imagine a warp speed bullet.
I don't know, dude. I feel like
Niggas
aliens
can't,
are definitely out there, but contact would just be crazy. But I feel like people need to kind of focus more on the ocean. Like, I feel like there's aliens in the ocean, like, for sure, because we haven't even seen the majority of the ocean, or even a small little.
We've seen more of space,
right, than the ocean. Like, I feel like there is definitely some shit down there for sure.
Oh, yeah,
like, for sure.
But nah, we don't need to explore it. We need to just chill, cause nigga, that, remember?
I'm pretty sure there's dinosaurs down there.
What was that stupid ass movie with the fucking first Cloverfield?
Yeah.
That's how that happened.
No, really?
Yeah.
What? I did not know that.
There was fucking Godzilla monsters in the ocean. These niggas made a... Yeah,
what?
They actually... Fun fact. They actually made a rabbit hole for that whole movie when it first came out. It was like a Reddit thing. They put it in a whole bunch of online forums. They had fake websites and all. There was a whole backstory because the movie itself is art. And it sucks because it's shaky as fuck. It'll make you sick.
I know, dude. Yeah,
However,
I didn't see the first one because of that.
It doesn't make sense when you watch it without the backstory. But the backstory is they drilled for oil and the government found something. But this is the thing that made me skeptical of this shit. Or skeptical, I'm sorry. Stop.
I'm sorry.
The government intervenes when they find shit. The government always intervenes. So the government intervened and they started trying to test on this motherfucker and they awoke the beast. And that's what happened, right? But when we watched The Paradox, it all happened because them niggas was in space and did some similar shit. They were fucking with shit that they didn't need to fuck with, bro. We need to just stay on Earth, bro.
I don't know, because I feel like there's going to be a time where we have to move. In the words of lizard person Elon Musk,
you think he's a lizard person?
Duh.
I think he's a walrus.
Definitely a fucking lizard. That's just because you saw Elon Tusk, so now it's stuck in your head. But he's a lizard person. Him, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, lizard people. Just lizard people.
I need to be surfing. That shit's kind of...
Lizards.
I surfed one time.
Lizards. But... I genuinely feel like they're lizard people.
Dude, that's kind of far-fetched because
that's what I was gonna say. In the words of Elon Musk, if there's gonna be a point where humanity caps out, where we're going to have evolved, like we're gonna have done everything, like we're gonna have reached every freaking point, and we're going to have to leave, like, because we're going to have done so much to our environment. There's going to be a point where we do so much to our environment that we're going to have to leave, bruh. Like...
You know it's scary.
What?
Some shit that we send out into space is just gonna keep going like indefinitely.
Yeah, I know.
That's
That shit's
terrifying.
scary.
Like, bruh.
Bro, there's shit that's sinking indefinitely.
And then time's relative. How do like some shit we don't even know like if it went like if something went into a black hole, where the fuck is it truly going? Because it's whole like people be like, oh, it's gonna get destroyed, but like nigga,
No, it is.
we don't even
destroyed.
understand what a black hole truly is. Because nigga, anything that gets near it just disappears pretty much. It
I
looks
mean,
like it's
from
destroying.
everything, every freaking video I've seen with people where that's their job and shit, they usually say that you just obliterate when you get near a black hole.
I actually heard someone very intelligent say
Your
this is a British
skin
motherfucker.
boils.
No,
That's in space.
yeah, that's
but
in
when you get in a
space.
black hole, you didn't see that?
There's
No, I
something
saw that
called an
movie with
event
Chelsea. I
horizon,
didn't see that with you.
right?
Yeah.
So once you cross the event horizon, there's no turning back. No matter what you do, you're going in that motherfucker. So apparently, space and time are no longer related once you cross
Yeah.
the event horizon. So this dude was like, it would probably be like a painful, very interesting way to go because you'd see things slowly start to not be relative.
Right.
Right? Like things would just stretch out and just not make sense, bro. Shit would get weird, in other words.
Right. I saw this movie at when I hung out at my friend Chelsea's house. And I don't remember what it was called.
I'm not trying to get fucking...
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to figure out the name of it real quick. Okay. All right. So the name of it is High Life. So I watched the movie High Life at my friend Chelsea's house or whatever, right? And we watched this shit. And the whole purpose of the movie was basically they put prisoners in space. So there were different pods with jail prisoners and they would just put them in space, and their whole mission in space was to grow agriculture. It was to do agriculture practices to in space. But the whole point of it was a death sentence. So it was like there was never any point of getting out, but what they did is they would do agriculture studies and they would send their studies back to Earth to like make a difference of their life or make importance of their life or purpose or whatever. But one of the scenes was they were coming by a black hole, and some of them felt suicidal, like fuck it, and they would go by the black hole. And then they would go by it and just get like fucking obliterated. Like they would spin around and like they would just like fucking burst. So
yeah, but that's only because that's what we perceive that as, bro. You got to think about movies that you remember how like the Twilight Zone perceived like the 2000s.
Yeah.
Like the same way we perceive black holes might very well be the same way we perceive the motherfucking 2000s in the 1950s, bro. It might be that bad. It might be way worse. Because how the fuck can our little minds comprehend something so big? Shit, you remember that picture that came out that had niggas just shook?
What?
The picture that looked like a little red butthole when the niggas took a picture of a black hole. Remember that shit?
Oh, yeah.
Niggas were
shook like a little red
they
butthole.
took a picture of that motherfucker, but they're out here acting like they understand it, bruh. Like, space, I get it. The moon, I get it. We're here, bruh. But that shit, there's not one close enough to even observe for real. So how the fuck could you just make assumptions?
I don't know. That movie was like kind of weird though, because like it was just kind of weird because he ended up knocking a bitch up. Robert Pattinson is in the movie. He ended up knocking a bitch up when he was in jail, and like everybody on the ship ended up dying somehow, and he was the last one standing with the baby. So it was just him and the baby. And then the baby ended up growing up, and then it was kind of just like, all right, well, I'm not psycho, and I'm not about to procreate with my child, so we're about to just go into the black hole, bruh. Fuck it.
Pretty much, man. It's like the Bermuda Triangle. I forgot what the deal was with that. I think it was like something about magnetic poles and shit. I think that's where Atlantis is, and they got some shit down
That's
there.
what I'm saying.
I think they need to go check that out.
The movie is called High Life.
Video in a minute in is when they start
When they
talking
start
about
talking-
what the fuck
Because
the
they be
title
freaking
says.
clickbaiting. They be clickbaiting.
Jesus Christ, man.
What the fuck?
Over the discovery of 60 bodies found
What the
piled in
fuck?
four unrefrigerated U-Haul trucks outside a funeral home in Brooklyn. Local residents raised the alarm after seeing fluids leaking out of the trucks.
Ew.
Why on earth would
Fluid,
they not
nigga.
do something rather than leave the bodies there? It's unconscionable to me.
And there is growing
Unconscionable?
concern that COVID-19
That's disgusting.
may alter